Hi, Manisha.
Hi, Jayanti.
Yeah,
How are you?
finally we are recording. It's been planned for so many days and postponing and postponing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making the time. And yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad that we can do this today. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's.
I know. I know. Okay. The topic that we are covering today is conscious living. Whatever little uh, areas we can cover in and about conscious living, let's try and cover for our viewers.
Sure. Done.
So, my
Let's.
first question is, what is conscious living?
That's a good question. Of course, to start with, what is a conscious living? And to answer that question, let us start with what is consciousness? What do you mean by, oh, I'm conscious or I'm unconscious? What do we truly mean by that? Yeah. When a person is unconscious, what happens to them? Let's say in a hospital, a person is unconscious. What's really happening to them?
Left the body? They are not present in the body?
Not present in the body, but yeah, technically we don't know that. So
Hmm.
when a person is unconscious, they're lying down on the bed and they are not aware. It seems as if they are not aware of their body. It seems as if they are not aware of their breath. It seems as if they're not aware of their surrounding.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, a person faints and they're unconscious. They're not aware of the surrounding,
Hmm.
right? And suddenly when the consciousness comes back, they become aware. Oh, what's happening? What happened to me? Yeah. They
Hmm.
become more present in the environment. They become present in their body. Yeah. So let's start from here. So we have seen people unconscious. We have seen people fainting and just being unaware of their surrounding.
Hmm.
So unconsciousness can also happen without you lying down on the bed or lying on the floor, without fainting also. When you're unconscious of your surrounding, and how many of us are unconscious of our surrounding these days?
Yeah. Yeah. Almost everybody, all of us, no
Yeah,
matter how conscious we try to be, I feel that there are a lot of, that constantly being aware whether I'm present or not. I don't know if I'm deviating from whatever you're trying to convey, but
please go
then,
ahead.
every now and then checking, I do this every now and then, I keep checking, where am I? Where am I? And then I pull myself back because I think that's the way I can create a habit of being present. And
Yeah,
definitely, no matter how much I try, I'm not always present. I keep checking myself. Oh, where am I? Get back, get back. You're doing something. I mean,
yeah,
whether it's important or not, I just want to be present.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So being present and conscious is very challenging these days. Okay. I was just traveling yesterday. I was on the road and I was just looking outside and I just saw, I was looking at people, just passing by and I was just looking at people and I saw most of them, 95% of them were busy in their phones,
hmm,
unconscious of what's happening around. And it felt like, oh, I'm passing through zombies. Of course, I'm not saying I am pretty very conscious and I'm always present. I'm also on my phone and I do that too. But in that moment, it was surreal to just feel as if I'm passing through, you know, through zombies because everyone was busy in their
hmm,
in their phones or somewhere else. They were checked out.
hmm,
Okay. So we can be unconscious while walking, talking, doing things on autopilot.
hmm,
And we may feel, oh, I'm present, I'm not unconscious, I'm not fainted, I'm here. But we can still be unconscious of our surroundings. What's happening to the other person in the same room?
hmm,
Okay. And I'm taking it from here because See, we can talk about consciousness, unconsciousness from a spiritual perspective. But what does it mean on day-to-day basis? What is it truly to
Hmm.
live consciously on day-to-day basis?
Hmm.
Yes, we can constantly try to bring our consciousness awareness back in the body
Hmm.
spiritually and energetically.
Hmm.
But first, we need to understand why there's so much of unconsciousness.
Hmm.
Okay. And our generation, especially this day and age, is facing this challenge of unconsciousness, of unawareness the most.
Hmm.
Okay. People earlier, in earlier times, they were more conscious. Why? Because they were so much aligned with nature, so much aligned with sunrise or sunset. Oh, now it's time to, light a lamp. Oh, now it's time to do the puja, morning puja. Oh, now it's time to cook food. So much consciousness, so much presence, right?
Hmm.
Oh, this it's a season of this fruit, so let's buy this fruit or let's pluck this fruit. So much alignment.
Yeah.
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 And we have come so far away from that,
Hmm.
from the alignment with nature. And that's why we are having this conversation too.
Hmm.
And it is so important now to be more conscious than ever.
Hmm. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, it has happened so quickly. Don't you think? I feel 20 years ago, we were still, when I was living with my parents or grandparents or visiting the village, there was always, you are grounded, you're there. Just in the matter of 20 years, you've just moved away. When you said that when you were traveling and you saw everybody as zombies. I'm sure at that point in time you were not a zombie. There will be situations where all of us are zombies. It reminded me like the picture in my mind was more like a horror movie. Emotionless zombies walking past us, kind of a. And in just a matter of 20 years, I mean, on an average,
Yeah.
such a big change, and we've still not realized that there is so much to do to get back.
Yeah. Yeah. And whether we should get back. Question is, a lot of people, not a lot of people, it's the trend, this is how the world is working right now, that the 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 intention or feeling is to move forward. and
Yeah.
and we are modernizing, we are
Mm,
developing, we feel, or maybe we are made to feel like that we are developing, but we are actually, going back. Not even going back, I don't know what this is. If truly, what I don't know what this is. Definitely, we are becoming more unconscious for sure. The food, the water, the air, the sun, everything is affected, and we are so far away from everything. The food, we are actually so far away from natural food, natural air, pure water, everything is affected. And it is high time that we become more present, more conscious. Okay, so what is conscious living?
yeah.
So what is conscious living? Conscious living, yes, like you mentioned, being present. Okay, being present with your environment, being present in your body, being present with your emotions, your feelings, being present with your food, being present with your water, with being present with your sun, being present. Okay. And how does that feel like being present? A lot of people, I have my clients and my students, and they come to me and they tell me, oh, I tried my best to be present today. I was constantly trying to be present. I constantly kept thinking about my body. I kept coming back to my body. And I was like, uh, were you thinking? Were you trying to concentrate? And they're like, yeah, I was trying to concentrate, but it was so difficult to concentrate and come back. But thinking, concentrating is not conscious
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Mm.
think or concentrate.
Mm.
Okay. So many of us we get confused about what is being present.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So I have gone through this phase of what is being present, trying to be present. There was a time when I was trying to be alert, and I thought that was being present. Being alert is, I don't think, then, I mean, after a long duration, and it consumes a lot of energy when you're trying to be alert all the time, and you're like, oh no, I can't do this. So
Too
then,
tiring.
like, no, not this is not being present. Being alert is not being present. Okay, then what else? Then like that, playing around, playing around, playing around, to figure out what is being present. So alertness is one of the examples like that. I have done a lot of things, unnecessary things, or probably because I didn't know what is to be present. I can't verbalize it, but
Yeah.
then, yeah, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. So beautifully put. Yeah, alert. People think that being present, I've got the same reaction from my students and clients that it takes a lot of effort to be present. Why? Because you're trying to be alert. Oh, what did they say? What is happening? What is going on? You're trying to be, you're working constantly. And being conscious is so natural. It is so free flowing. It is so easy, actually. It can just be done. I cannot define consciousness or being present. You have to experience it. And I'm sure, Jet, you've experienced it now, so you know, yes, we cannot put it in words.
mm,
It is something to experience. And yes, it requires a lot of experiments. If you're not used to being present, then it will require a lot of
mm,
experiments, trying this and that, and then eventually you'll be like, you'll settle in it. And
yeah, yeah,
this sense of expansion, there's a sense of relief when you're so present.
yeah,
And you're super, super aware of your own feelings and also the emotions and feelings of other people's around you.
mm,
And it's not that easy to be, I said their sense of relief, of course I said it, but I also it has to come with a disclaimer that
mm,
being conscious of being present is not always pleasant. Okay. As you become conscious, you are becoming conscious of the good things. You're becoming conscious of the cosmos and the spiritual world and yourself and all the good things, you know, all the nice things. But consciousness will also include darkness. You will also become aware of the shadows, the things
yes,
that you don't like, shadows in yourself and in others. You'll become aware of all the
mm,
so-called negative things around the world and within
mm,
you.
mm,
And that's the most difficult part of being conscious. For
mm,
at least initially, it is difficult for most of us.
mm,
And that's why, we don't want to be conscious because we don't want to become aware of the harsher
mm,
side, the darker side.
mm,
And that's why it's easier to check out. And checking out or being unconscious feels like being numb or being like a zombie.
yeah, yeah,
It's not even about emotions. You don't have to be emotional all the time. It's just that you're just numb to everything. You just don't want to feel, see, hear,
mm,
experience anything.
mm,
And that's when you check out, that's when you choose unconsciousness.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Have you experienced unconsciousness with an awareness ever, Jayanti? Like you're aware that you're choosing unconsciousness.
I'm aware that I'm choosing unconsciousness. No, Manisha. No.
No?
These days, um, Yeah. So there was a recent issue going on at home, and with a teen child, how it is. And then I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I'll share my experience, okay? And then with all of that, when you're carrying so much of burden, when it's a new burden, you don't know how to keep it down.
Yeah, yeah,
Old burdens, okay, you know what, sit here. It doesn't have to be on my head. We'll handle this as it passes. But then when there's a fresh burden handled in your hand, you'll be like, okay. And then I got so overwhelmed with the situation, and then I just zoned out because it was more like an accident. I met with an accident and I zoned out. It was like that,
yeah,
not physically, but then yes, um, zoned out, and it took me some time to. And I'm like, wait, Delia, you also sit here. Slowly we will pass through. Yes, when a new situation comes and I get overwhelmed and I zone out, and then it takes me some time to say, okay, it's okay. It's for something good. The universe is given this only for you to evolve.
yeah,
That
yeah,
trust with universe helps me to settle. Yeah, actually, that is what I should tell you, because there was a time when I used to always curse, always say things like, "Oh, why me? Why me? Why me? Why is universe giving this to me?" One, I am not such an important part of anything, and then universe will only do good, only do good. When that trust came in for me, that awareness came to me with experiences. Even when there is very bad situation going in, probably with people or with work, I'm only more excited. Okay, this is for something good only. So let me stick here. You
yeah.
know. So I don't know if I'm going all over the place, but
No, no, that's a nice sharing. That's a good sharing. Thank you. That's faith. Faith is really important to be present and to trust life. And only then you'll be present, right? Otherwise, you will check out. Yeah. A lot of people, I wanted to share this, like you shared, you just parked your issue on the side and you just asked your issue, whatever that was, to stay on the side. A lot of people try to numb themselves when they face a difficulty, a challenge which can bring out a lot of emotions. Okay, a challenge where uh, they may have to react in a certain way. Maybe it's making them angry, maybe it is making them feel guilty, maybe it is bringing the shame up, those emotions. The moment they feel that it's going to come now or they have to face this, we we live in a reality, a day and age where we have a lot of escapes. Okay, so we choose the distractions. Okay, to stay unconscious. I don't want to become conscious of my emotions. I don't want to feel this. Help me get rid of this. Help me get rid of this. And that's usually, the reaction of a lot of people when they come to me. I'm feeling this. Help me get rid of this.
mm,
And when they're not choosing therapy or when they're not choosing help, they will choose distraction like work, overworking, like getting busy into work,
yeah,
phone, and phone has a lot of things, playing games, like mindless games, and they will have an excuse that, oh, this is helping me sharpen my brain and all of that. No, it's not. Uh, Watching series constantly, like being being in that loop, being on social media, scrolling, it is
mm,
numbing yourself. So the
yeah,
moment that happens, you are choosing unconsciousness. Yeah. I have done that too. And so I've chosen unconsciousness and I know that I'm choosing unconsciousness. So I'm here, my consciousness sitting here watching me choosing unconsciousness. And I was like, okay, choose it. It's okay. Do it. Okay, and when you're done with it, let me know. I'll come back. Okay, so you know, I have chosen to numb myself too because that's what we have learned
Mm,
through the reality, through our parents, through society, to not feel and experience certain emotions. So we run away, and running away causes unconsciousness when we don't want to feel. And I wanted to
mm,
cover this why we choose unconsciousness. Yeah, we choose unconsciousness only because the emotions are too much for us, the feelings are too much for us, the reality is too much for us, and we just want to run away, get rid of it, not
mm.
face it. Yeah. So,
Okay.